Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Studio Time with Ryos. Folks, for today, you see the red background, all right? You know what time it is. We got to make some aggressive music. I've been listening to so much big room, melodic techno, like all of that kind of jazz, and I'm just loving it right now. I'm super inspired to make it, so let's have some fun. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we're here in FL Studio, and I also forgot to quickly plug that by the time this video goes up, we're close to the end of December, which means that my Patreon pack, the December Patreon pack, this guy right here, is close to expiring. So if you want to grab this, there's a few days left. Link down below. But besides that quick plug, guys, like I said, we're making some big room today. There's so many things that I immediately want to do and try to get down. I've got like crazy melody ideas in my head and all of that good stuff. But I think where I want to start first is actually by getting in this vocal that I found off of Splice. I think it was this group right here. Now, these are obviously slow, and I planned on ramping up the BPM a little bit today. Maybe like Disguise, that's kind of like the song that I'm thinking of in my head, which is 140, which is pretty fast. So I don't know if these 126 BPM vocals would sound good that fast, but we're going to find out.
Where have you gone?
There was one in particular that had this magic to it.
Where have you gone? Going home.
Ooh, that one right there. Okay, just for curiosity's sake, let's move it to 140. How does it sound sped up? I think it might sound good.
Where have you gone? I need to know. Where have you gone? Are you coming home?
I love that part of the melody. So sick. Nice phrase that we could just repeat. It's super beautiful, and it's got that spacious, angelic vibe, which is everything to me. Like, I love that. No matter if it's big room, progressive house, when a song has that atmosphere, amazing. That's what I love. So we're going to try to create something a bit harder today, but something that does have that arena-esque, stadium-esque atmosphere. So with this melody, of course, guys, we're getting respaces in. Like, come on, what are we doing here? I am thinking, though, to spice it up kinda, to go for something like this one. This one, to me, is a lot more ravey, and something that you wouldn't really use in like a more commercial or progressive house setting. This one kind of screams like rave time. Now, the other thing to consider is the key. So in big room and big room techno and everything like that, I guess modern big room, the kick and the bass are everything. And being in the key of B might be a little tricky. It might sound cool with it that low, but it also might not have enough like meat and potatoes behind it. So I think let's just rock with B minor. We'll start making a little break. And if I wind up struggling later down the line with like kicks, I could always change the key of the break, pitch things up, whatever. But yeah, let's get some break ideas down. Start with the bass line.
Where have you gone? I need to know. Where have you gone?
Oh my God, I messed up, but watch this. Ready?
Where have you gone? Are you coming home?
That's not right. Should it be D?
Home. Are you coming home?
That's not right also. Maybe F sharp.
Are you coming home?
So for my idea today, I'm pulling up Diva because we need some big, dreamy, atmospheric pads, right? We're going for that stadium arena effect. So what better way to do that than with Diva? Let's see if we've got some interesting pads in here. That's smooth. I like that one. So let's copy over our bass line, and then we can create some chords for the pad. Okay, I don't like how bright it's getting, but I do kind of like these chords. Let's see if the velocity affects it. Oh, it does. Let's bring it down an octave. That's pretty vibey. I am curious to see some other options, though. That's pretty on par with what I would normally go for. Talk to him. Love that chord progression. Okay. Very nice. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. This sound is such a Zane sound, or a Ryos sound. Zane's my real name, if you didn't know that. But, it's not exactly the vibe I'm looking for. I kind of want one that has a slower attack and is a little bit more Anthem-esque. So, sorry about that. More super saw based. Kind of like that. But I don't want it to be open either. Yeah, this is a little bit more like classic, and I think it'll work well.
Where have you gone? I need to know. Where have you gone? Are you coming home? Where have you gone? I need to know.
Yeah, I just realized this too. This is giving me like spacey vibes. And the vocal is saying like, where have you gone? Are you coming home? This could be like some like astronaut, interstellar. I just read the book The Martian and then watched the movie, so kind of like that vibe. Stuck on Mars.
Where have you gone?
Kind of fire. Okay, I want to now get some kind of ARP sound, and I'm going to try to make the ARP off of the chord progression. Now this is really important, I think, for the style that I'm going for today. I think plucks particularly ARPs, are super crucial. And I think if I can make a nice ARP sound, I might even make that more of the priority as opposed to the pads. So let's see what I can come up with. Okay, so I definitely want there to be 4 notes here, so I'll probably throw in... Let's see which one we should do. I don't like how low G goes. What if we throw in a G back up here? That looks so good, and it sounds so good. Let's find a cool ARP sound. How do I undo my favorites? I don't want to see my favorites. There we go. Love this sound. So classic. And I want to try messing with the gate here. And the ARP going down definitely sounds better. All right, awesome. Let's add a little bit of sauce to this thing, shall we? Let's go for... we're going to definitely go supermassive. That's going to kind of be the theme for this one. Perhaps RC20. Oof. Let's get some neutron in there. That's sick. So the cutoff opening up here sounded awesome. So let's add the ARP back here. Okay, awesome. This would make for an insane ARP kind of lead. That is ridiculous. That is so nasty. And then, like, in theory, I could probably do something cool, too, where the gone repeats, you know? A little gone, gone, gone. Good thing I'm not a singer. Huh. So good. Let's get the bass back in. Okay, so pause the music for a second. Thanks, Ann. What I want to do is I want to add another pluck layer or ARP to this ARP because when the cutoff is closed, I want it to have this really knocky kind of feeling to the pluck, very mid-range-esque. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to just get that in there. How about that? This is what I'm talking about. Need that. Yeah, so this pluck does it for me. This is exactly what I needed. How does it sound with the cutoff open? It's all right. But what we could do is we can definitely open up the cutoff a little bit, because as you saw, if I do it too much, I just lose the sound. So here, we can start to open up the cutoff. So I'm definitely feeling the vibe off this idea, and we still have to add like the pads back in and stuff, and this is all the foundational elements. You know me, I'm gonna have a field day with like the ear candy, the atmosphere, stuff like that, the effects, but I really don't want to move forward unless we figure out a drop idea. The whole idea here is big room, right? Like we're making modern big room here, and I'll all day love to make some big room synths and melodies. But the kick is going to be super important, and especially because we're in a pretty low key, so, or high key, depending on how you look at it. Let's get some kicks in first, and we're going to try to craft a kick and bass for us to use. This is the normal way that I like to do things, kind of blend a bunch of different elements to get one unique result in the end. So let's check out some like gritty kick samples, and then we'll try to find a nice body and tail to use. I like this one. Maybe we can add more noise to the attack, but I like the body of that. I like this one a lot too. Sick. That's good enough for now. I don't want to... That one's pretty fire too. Okay. Let's do one thing at a time or not get too overwhelmed with options here. Let's start with these three, and then for the tail, yeah, what can we do for the tail? What if we used like a big room kick? So what if I just type in big room kick? What will pop up? Or big kick. This is in B, but I don't really like the sound of that. I'll also consider C, because moving everything up one semitone is not a big deal. Plus, C will always sound, or C minor in specific, will sound really epic. Yeah. Wait, what if we could do something with this? So if we just start with a rough chop. Dude, I love it. Gives me so much dopamine. Serotonin. The C sharp, by the way, sounds mean. I might have to move everything to C sharp, but one thing at a time here. Yeah, so this is a little bit more like traditional and pumpy. This is more big room. Obviously, there's a lot of clicking and hoopla happening, but just ignore that. I kind of like that route. The other thing is I love the body of this one. So now what I'm thinking is if we take this one, this first kick that has a great transient and a great attack, and we high pass it, we use the body of this one. That is shaking my house. I love it. Now let's do my favorite part, which is the leads and the melody. I love the attack on this one. We're going with this one. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I want to adjust the sound so that when I play lower notes, it's not chopping off the highs. I want those highs when I'm playing lower notes. I'm just looking at the modulation section here. Ah, I found it, guys. It was this filter in this guy, this layer. Okay, thank God. All right. I'm going to mute this kick, because I actually don't like it as much as I thought. But let's see if we can come with a little melody. At this rate, let me give you guys a little update. So I don't love, like, the melody idea is cool, but I don't love the kick or the bass. The melody is also, like, I feel like it's really cool, but I'm not getting the feeling that I'm looking for. Let's try a different tail for the kick so that we can get one that works in B. I would love that. And if not, we might have to go almost like a psytrance bass route, kinda. But let's see. It's just one idea to sample a sub kick. Okay, let's do a little choppies. Okay, now I'm like I like this kick. I'm not 100% sold on it. I think it could use a little bit more air. And what other kicks did I grab? This one we can get rid of. This one's not it. And didn't I grab a third? Fire? Oh, yeah, this one's disgusting. Hold up. I think we should take this one. Bring back the CQ. And have the top and the air contribute to the transient. This kick feels a little like too experimental for me, but I do like the idea of it. I'm switching the transient layer. Okay, now I'm also thinking with this tail, let's bring it back a little bit, make it a little less pumpy. Yeah, now this feels a little bit more traditional, but maybe this will work. Just want to make sure this isn't C. No, it's not. This is C sharp. I knew it. What does one more semitone down sound like? That sounds too low. Okay, so maybe we'll go up another semitone. Yeah, this is definitely C sharp. Okay. One more semitone. C sharp. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, now you can kind of see the vision, right? When I jump from the break and then go to the kick. Yes. Woo! Yo. Watch this. Just for fun. By the way, this kick combo, I love. Let's do a little, what is it? Shift G. Little grouping action. Watch this. Forget that melody. Let me try switching the sound real quick to the other one. Let's open up some processing for that sound right there. Let's use the Man in Finance drop synth chain because it kind of sounds like that lead synth. It is a little bit different. That's kind of fire. Yeah, this is the real way to test it, folks. We like the vocal play out almost like it's the break here. Into the melody. I want a more aggressive sound. That's my thing. I want something more like the Skies. Something that's really detuned and borderline harsh. Let's see. This sound is real nice. Let me just make a duplicate. Go here. How does it sound up an octave? Hold on. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I really like this vision now. So moving the melody up an octave and making a little tweak here and there. Like, for example, I think I took this note and moved it from E to C sharp. I'm really feeling that magic now. The lead is nice and crispy and it's huge. And I know if I put in like the time into the details and stuff, this could really sound sick. But what I like to do is sometimes it's easy for me to get like so zoned in and lose the big picture. So I want to actually take a break from this now. I want to go back to the break. I want to build this out more, really try to develop that vibe, and then kind of forget about this lead and then have it come back in. And then by taking a small break from listening to it, I might determine, yes, this is it, or no, this is kind of trash. So let's move back to the break now. I just used the bathroom. Got a little snacky snack. The melody is definitely stuck in my head. Which one? I'm kind of picturing the happy melody, that first version I made, down an octave. But we'll see. I definitely need a break from it. So let's go back to the break. No pun intended. Definitely want to get a choir in as well. Really try to get that anthemic, ultra main stage kind of vibe. I'm still getting used to Nexus 5. How do I search for a sound? Oh.
Have you gone? I need some more. Where have you gone? Are you coming home?
And you know what, too? I'm not going to lie, this main pad, it's not quite doing it for me. Instead, there's a pad Inspire that's pretty similar, but it's wider. And I think that's what I'm looking for instead. Wait, that's fun. It's got that vibe that I'm looking for. Plus, it's got some weirdness in the top end. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but let's go anyway. What if we mix and match? Because I am hearing the first version, excuse me, but then it goes to the second version. Sorry guys, hold on. I meant up one octave, and then this needs to be choppy. Crap. Yo, this is sick. All right, so next, what I'm thinking is the choir and this kind of mean, distant pad. This will come in the second half. We'll start with that weird, trippy, this pad first. There's 3 elements here. Let's also get a little bit of like texture and vibe going. I love me this one. Now here, I'm definitely thinking about some rhythm. Kind of hearing like a festival clap on beat. There's actually a particular sample. I think it's a Z thing. Is it called like Snow Walker or something? Snow Stomps. This might sound cool here.
Have you gone?
All right, now I definitely want to fill this out. I'm not sure about this yet, but I want to fill it out with some like cool atmosphere sounds now. Where is that Ryos guy? Let's look for more atmosphere sounds. I just heard a melody idea in my head. What if we did a little run? It's like bam, bam, bam. And that should be with a big synth. Super big. Now I'm opening the processing for a counter melody that I made in White Horses, which is kind of the same thing that I'm going for right now. And I already got all the processing, so save me some time. Let's raise it up an octave. Talk to me. So spacey and vibey, just not the right notes. Sick. I would love a little bit more brightness in this section, so I think what I'm going to add next is a little tension string in the background to do just that. Create a little bit of tension, and then also provide a little bit of air to the break here. Right now I'm incorporating a lot of my own flavor, but I do want to stay true to like the trancey kind of aspect. So I think I'm going to add in the classic gated vocal kind of sound now. Let's go to Nexus. I normally use one that's in Serum, but I would like to try something different right now. Try to get a slightly different kind of feel and vibe. Yeah, so we could just go with this sound, add a trance gate to it. Yeah, I might want to make my own little melody here, like something completely different than the chords. So what if we just did... Alright, this is super sick. I want to process the sound more, so it's a bit more energetic. Right now it's a little stale for my liking. What we're going to do is we're going to start by throwing on Supermassive, get the sound to sound nice and big, and then we will use some kind of distortion, probably thermal. And let's put this before the trance gate. For the transition now, what I'm thinking is, if I were to actually pursue this as a track, there would be probably one section, at least in the song, that has a massive synth section with all of these melodies, right? So like imagine the ARP playing with the cutoff fully open type vibe, right? But for now, just to make like a shorter condensed version, I would probably do something like the following. So we can let everything play through. Then for the rest of the arrangement, we're going to scoot these sounds over. There will be an impact here and then a reverse that goes into the big leads. So let's get a nice little dramatic impact in there now. All right, so really loving this direction. I want to start filling in the gaps a little bit more and start doing some more detail work. So one of those things that I would like to do is I'm hearing this like super dreamy kind of vocal pad in the background, or vocal atmos. So I'm going to experiment with a few of those right now. Okay, this sounds so awesome, but this is way too fast. So even though it says 100 BPM, I'm gonna kind of ignore that. And I think for the snow claps, I think what's gonna help me like them more actually is just adding an actual clap underneath them. And I just realized I said snow claps. I meant snow stomps. These are dope, but I feel like I need a filtered clap underneath, or a festival clap underneath. Okay, super sick. Now let's get some downlifters for this section. I think a cymbal transition would also sound really nice here. And then perhaps one of my favorite sounds, the orc impact. All right, so we could definitely use a sweep leading into this impact. I'm also thinking about using Endless Smile, probably on the master, just to be lazy, but so everything washes out nicely. Let's try a little sweep here. I want to make a reverse lead sound. And I'm just going to record the beginning of the drop lead. Let's hit him a little reverse. I think a little moment of silence would be fire. This should definitely start filtering. Flangering, all that fun stuff. And actually, I have one right here. So let's definitely utilize this. I'm hearing that pretty clear. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna need to do some really intense filtering here. All right, so just making all the automation clips here. This is the peak. Here's the one that's gonna low pass it. Yeah. Filtering sounds super sick with the leads. Now I want to get some risers going. I think it's only right to get the Pong riser. Ooh, which one? I like this one. Let's pitch it down to the root note. Okay, now I'm definitely hearing a nice little big clap fill before the drop here. Let's see what we got. I want to hear something a little bit faster and crazier. Let's try this sample if we sync it to 140. Now I'm curious if we layer this clap with a traditional big snare kind of thing underneath it, just to give it a little more impact. Also, I just remembered about this one too. This one's sick. I'm not gonna rock with the big snare right now. I do like just kind of like the claps. I'm thinking maybe down the line I could layer the claps, but that's not that big of a deal right now. I want to see if there's any other kind of fills and little miscellaneous things I can grab from these packs since I was looking in there. Definitely use this. Hey, hey. I love this. I love how groovy this is. I just want another prominent hi-hat with this. So we'll start with an open hi-hat, just plain Jane simple, and then we can bring in more top loops and stuff. This one is sick, but this one has like a ride built in. So this is good, I feel like, for adding more energy. And maybe we can bring back the filter, because that sounded so cool before in the build. Right here, copy paste. Oops, copy paste this. And another thing I just thought of, although we're working on the drums, this kind of has something to do with the drums, but we need white noise. Just threw this in the December Patreon pack, but I think this is perfect here. For my top loop here, what I want to do is I want to pitch it up, and I'm going to do that by frequency shifting the sound. Yeah, just to get a different little tone out of it. All right, now we definitely need more like percussion and little sprinklies in the drop and stuff. Damn, that was kind of fire. Don't get distracted. I'm going to put these in here just in case I use them. I definitely need clap fills. Maybe I could just use the ones from Disguise just to be lazy for right now. Now for the drums, I'm not going to lie. Right now, I'm not feeling the most inspired to do the small details, but as a whole, this is roughly what it would be like. I am wanting to get in more synth sounds in the background, right? Because right now it's just the lead. It would be nice to have some kind of ear candy and like other atmospheric sounds going. So we just visited this pack, and maybe it'd be cool to use some like vintagey, old school sounds like this. And very briefly, what we can do, we can add supermassive. And we're going to add OTT in extreme amount. I really like the placement right there, but the sound isn't it. Yeah, there we go. Stuff like that. Also, for synths, it would be awesome to have that gated vocal thing from the beginning, from the break rather. And I think having it here, we could do something cool. Or maybe we can overlap the notes so that it purposely distorts a little bit. I think that might sound cool. And then, of course, we need some sidechain for the drop. For the drop, it could also be shaped a bit differently, so maybe we could hit him with one of these guys. So sick. So sick. Alrighty, guys. So here's the dealio. I am exhausted. My ears need a break. I'm so thrilled with this idea, but I do want to work on it more. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to listen to it right now together. But if I wind up working on this idea more, I will overlay an updated version with what you're about to hear. So with that being said, let's take a listen from the top and let's see what I came up with.
Where have you gone? I need to know. Where have you gone? Are you coming home? Where have you gone? I need to know. Where have you
Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes. Episode 54 is a wrap. Folks, a little bit of modern big room for your troubles. That doesn't even make sense. I'm fried. In all seriousness, super excited about this idea. This is like everything I love right now music-wise fused into one. So super stoked about this one. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did enjoy today's episode, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. Also, guys, be sure to check out my Patreon. We got monthly sample packs. We got lessons. We've got feedback. Tons of other goodies there. Be sure to check out the link in my description. So that'll be all for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.